Hey everyone, how you doing? Mercury here with the message. So, things are hot in Canada right now. The vote for the Emergency Act is today. And I just kind of wanted to go over some astrology uh, surrounding all this. And, it's Trudeau announces the state of emergency on Valentine's Day, showing just the kind of love he has for us Canadians. And it is Family Day weekend. Today being Family Day, a holiday here in Canada. And here we have the vote for a state of emergency, which is not a state of emergency by any means. Okay, we've dealt with G20 riots. We've dealt with Black Lives Matter. Um, there's been countless amounts of protests uh, and and such that has not called for this act to be used. And the blockades are done. Okay, Ottawa has been cleared, and they're still considering voting to enact it. Now, this to me is overreach. I wanted to mention so last week, Friday, was the first day of Pisces. And I had made a post on Facebook. I'm sorry I've been absent on here for uh, a while now. Um, I started working here recently. I haven't been working for a while, and yeah, basically, I'm starting to get really low on funds, and and I'd like to get back into the movement here. Come the nicer weather, I rather work in the winter, so I'm doing that. However, you know, a lot of this stuff touches close to home. Who I traveled with this past summer, Jim Kerr and the Bubble Bus, um, was in Ottawa the entire time filming. Uh, Pat King, um, an acquaintance sort of mine, I met him a couple times. Spent 2 nights actually at his house. He opened his doors for us as we were traveling in the area. And, you know, I can say that these people have good intentions. And Pat King's being labeled as, a white supremacist or whatever. But when I was traveling this summer, there was me and, what was it, seven others, I believe. One we left in BC. So when we arrived at Pat's, there was six of us. Me and Jim Kerr are Caucasian. But the other four that were with us come from different ethnic backgrounds. And he opened his door to all of us, like there was. And something that most people don't know is Pat King actually has some native ancestry. So, anyhow, that's not what my video is focused on. I want to talk more about the astrology, okay? Now, today, I don't really have much to say about today, but tomorrow, uh, I might need to change this. What was I looking at the other day? That the moon will move into 21 degrees, 21 degrees of Scorpio today, making a sextile to Venus and Mars, and also a trine over to Neptune, which is at 22. So these are all in the 20, 21, 22. The moon will be moving there. So the moon, our emotions, deep emotions in Scorpio, okay? Um, Now, Neptune um, in Pisces. This can be self-destructive kind of things because everything's really unclear. Uh, our delusions, illusions, dreams, right? Um, but the one thing I wanted to point out here is the Venus and Mars. Okay, this is uh, polarities, opposite polarities, our values and our passion, perhaps. War and peace almost is how I would kind of look at these two. And they're in the sign of Capricorn. Now, Pluto is also in the sign of Capricorn at 27 degrees. Okay, now 27 degrees Capricorn is the Pluto return degree for America. Now, the last time Pluto was at this degree was in 1776 when America got founded. And the time before that was 1528 when the Spaniards took over the Aztec capital Acapulco. Now, prior to the lead up to that as well, okay, in both situations of between the years of 1768 to 1775, and I don't know the exact years leading up to 1528 there, but in both cases, smallpox germ warfare was used. And here again, we can look at COVID being a germ warfare, psychological warfare, perhaps even, for basically the rise and fall of civilizations. Um, so there is something going on, and something else I noticed is, in 1528 it was in South America. In 1776 it was Mid America, and then now it's in North America. So it's really climbing, and yeah. But what I wanted to say is, I believe Venus and Mars here are basically the polarities uh, that Pluto has triggered. So they are representing the people, the different viewpoints of the transformation in our institutions. That, in a way, Pluto, death, decay of the institutions that are taking place. Okay, and so February 22nd is the day after this vote for the Emergencies Act, and so deep transformative emotions are high. There's possibility of self-destructive natures going on, and with Pluto at that degree, with this polarity going on, you can see that it can go either way. Okay, now if they vote yes for the Emergency Act, that's terrible. If they vote no, what kind of public response? I'm sure a great celebration would happen, but will that get too far? With It'd be harder to keep a public in check, but I really don't see these protesters as violent in any way. Okay, like these claims of Confederate flags and Nazi flags, to me those were agents of provocateurs trying to derail the movement, as well as claims of attacking a homeless shelter for food. I believe that was just basically maybe a liberal funded or a liberal supporters who ran that establishment who just did not want to see um, this take root in their city. Now, the other thing I wanted to say is even the weapons that were found in Coots, the official police report uh, was that those weapons actually came from a nearby residence and had nothing to do with the convoy. However, um, misinformation always seems to be what uh, used almost as fact, and it's kind of scary. Even the police with the woman who got trampled by the horses, okay, saying that there was a bike thrown at the horses. Uh, the only thing with wheels in that entire picture was the electric scooter that woman was sitting on. So I don't think anyone picked her up on the scooter and threw that at the police. That was not the case. And anyhow, apparently she's all right, but the man who was also in that scene, um, a rumor is he has a broken back. No, that's tragic. Okay, let's get back to the astrology. So yeah, tomorrow, um, that is kind of interesting. What I was just mentioning. Now it's on Saturday coming up, which I'm sure big rallies are going to happen again, um, which makes me just feel like, there's a possibility this emergency act is going to get passed. Now, the moon will finally now catch up and transit over Venus and Mars, who are at 24. That's getting into a tight conjunction with Pluto. Okay. So those emotions are coming uh, over here, and the moon triggers events, triggers uh, this polarized energy. Okay. So I'm expecting, as we should all be, expecting a big clash of views, I guess, on this day. Mercury's 13 degrees square to Uranus. Whatever. I'm just more focused on the Pluto, Venus, Mars, and Moon right now. Um, the new moon that is coming up in Pisces on March the 2nd, which is a Wednesday. On the new moon, we have Venus and Mars now conjunct Pluto. The moon is with the sun here in Pisces, and Jupiter is approaching Neptune. Um, so yeah, we're looking at, oh, look at that too. The new moon is going to be in sextile to Uranus. But anyhow, yeah, this next new moon really is, I think, causing a major transformation in our. This is the beginning to me of the decay of the institutions, of our foundations, and yeah, our values. Okay, Uranus and Taurus, our values are changing, and things are unclear, but exciting, the change in values here on this new moon in March. Uh, Jupiter will be transiting Neptune in this moon cycle as well. Now, Jupiter is the original ruler of Pisces, Neptune the modern ruler. That should be interesting, expanding the self-destructive state, perhaps. The illusion. Yeah, expanding the destruction of the illusion. That's how I'm going to read that. I had something I wanted to share. What was it now? Oh, yeah. So, what I even was thinking about this time. So, we just passed a Leo full moon. Okay. And when I was traveling this summer with the bubble bus, going to rallies, um, which, let's go back to that time because I kind of forget a little bit here. Um, Now, I believe I left sometime in July. We would have. Okay, hold on here. Aquarius. The first full moon was Aquarius. This was Leo season, anyhow. Okay, so the full moon. The new moon. This one here is in Cancer, but Aquarius. There was two full moons in Aquarius in a row. The first full moon in Aquarius, I believe this was the date we were due to be in Nanaimo. The full moon here, or was it the new moons? No. Jeez. Oh yeah, here's the new. Yeah, sorry, Leo season, new moon. The full moon in Leo is currently. So the new moon, August 8th. I believe we were. Yeah, we would have been at Fairy Creek, and co-hosting a celebration of freedom fighters. Now, 1 month later, during the second Aquarius full moon, hold on, I'm not saying this right, or maybe I am. Oh, I went backwards. Oops. So the next new moon, being in Virgo, we were also at a celebration of freedom fighters. But anyways, the thing I wanted to get at was the Aquarius is the rebel and the people, and 6 months after this fight comes a fight again during Aquarius season this time, with the Leo full moon. And the Leo full moon happened on the 16th? Was it the 16th? No. No. I could have sworn it was the 16th. What am I? Oh, I'm 1 month behind. That's why. Here we are. Okay, so yeah. Did I just botch this video? I'm gonna post it anyhow. Whatever. Yeah, the moon. Let's go back a day here to the 16th. So yeah, here was the full moon, and it was squaring the node in Taurus. So the changing of our values, um, and basically, uh, here is the full moon. This was, to me, it symbolized Justin Trudeau, the rulers. Okay, um, at the height of their power, exercising uh, everything that they could to hold the power that they have, which was calling the Emergency Act, and so they started to move forward with implementing some of the measures, handing out notices, um, and different things like that. So yeah, I don't really feel like I said a whole lot in this video, but at the same time, I feel like I did provide a fair bit of information. Um, it was the 11th that Mercury had transited Pluto, and oh boy, there was a lot of big information drops that happened on that day. So much has happened, my mind is all over the place. But yeah, we're in interesting times. I'm really caught, I have my own Venus and Mars thing going on. Um, I had kind of met someone even this summer, and I didn't make a move in showing that I believed in myself, um, which, caused some friction between a relationship that I felt could have manifested. And anyhow, over the months, things kind of turned, and she contacted me on the full moon in Leo, and to me it appeared like, she kind of was expecting to start a relationship, perhaps with me. However, I'm still feeling like I haven't stepped in my best self. I haven't acted in self belief. And anyhow, these two had come together. I had been looking at that for a while. Um, I don't know what to say about that, but even just the value, I'm balancing a lot of things right now. Like, I own this house, and because I own this house, I'm not in Ottawa. If I did not own this house, if this was a rental, I would have left. I would have been in Ottawa right during this time. Um, and so, my own foundation for happiness, this is my fifth house, is playing out. What do I want? Uh, those kinds of things. I'm really disappointed in myself for not being in Ottawa, but you know, I have prior commitments that this house, the mortgage, my parents co-sign. I have two dogs. I have some things that conflict with my freedom, and I made some mistakes. Now, oh yeah, that was something I wanted to talk even about the uh, Pisces stuff here is What did I want to talk about the other day? I think it was. Wait a minute. Where are we here? Did I want to talk about tomorrow where the moon? Kind of feel like I wanted to talk about the 14th. What was going on the 14th? The moon's at 21, or sorry, Neptune's at 21. Boy, maybe it was the 15th? Oh no, I remember what I wanted to talk about. It was the sun moving into Pisces, which was the 18th, Friday the 18th. So Thursday I had put out a post saying that we're going to have very different energies, and the sun moving into Pisces basically is Pisces. When I started learning astrology, Pisces was about prison. I'm just looking how long this video has been going for. Only 26 minutes, not that long actually. So Pisces was prison. So I had a hard time understanding how to apply that in astrology, and it took me a while to really dissect that sign to understand it. And how I came to understand it was I actually looked at the opposing sign, which is Virgo, and Virgo is selfless service. So to me, I understand it as Pisces is how we serve ourselves. Okay, and for example, I bought this house. Uh, and now I have obligations in order to keep it, uh, in order to honor the commitments I made financially to others, and things like that. So here is my choice, how I chose to serve myself, and the prison that I kind of made. I'm now uh, bound to those decisions. Okay, so that could be looked at as many different ways. Even like, I took those dogs um, a long time ago, and I took those dogs in Pisces season. It was the prison that I built for myself in a way. My choice, things that I chose. So it's the self created prison. It's how we serve ourselves. And that to me reflects on what happened the next day. Friday, when the police came in. So not only did everyone who was in Ottawa participating now created their own uh, repercussions, but I want to even say that Justin Trudeau and the Liberal Party have also, you know, committed to these actions and the repercussions that may or may not come from them. Yeah, so that's my video. Thanks for watching. Um, you know, we'll see if I get more involved. I've just kind of been, I don't know, dealing with my fifth house stuff, I guess. What do I want for my life? Where do I want to go from here? What kind of foundations do I want to build for my happiness? Um, I'm thinking of selling the house, and I like this house in some ways, but I really prefer living in a little bit more social of an atmosphere, um, and I want some freedom. I am not used to having the bills that I have every month. I'm used to having basically the bills that I'm paying monthly in the past would have got me through 6 months, and so my freedom has really been affected by this. My ability to be sovereign, and I'm troubled by that. I want some of my sovereignty back. The thing is, though, is I don't like to be told to go, or I don't like to uh, be scrambling to find somewhere to go uh, and feel like maybe like overstaying my welcome or what have you. Because yeah, I'm really kind of considering selling the house, um, and fixing up a camper or something like that into something that I can use as a residence, and um, following in a way um, a hero of mine, Jim, who I traveled with this summer. Uh, is I feel Jim uh, came into my life as something to help me bring back up that youthful spirit of mine, and start believing in myself again. And um, and yeah, Jim's that spirit who's in the moment, who's in the now, and he just wants to be um, at the party. He wants to be part of the party, and that's what I'm thinking I want as well. I want to buy a PA system, and just become a mobile stage uh, where I can host events wherever I go, uh, raise the spirits. Um, since the beginning of the COVID protests, I didn't know Jim or anything like that back then, but I showed up to the rallies with a handheld bubble gun and some funny glasses and stuff like that, and people started calling me the bubble guy, um, because most people didn't know me then at the rallies. So that's the nickname they gave me, and next thing I knew, I'm traveling with the bubble bus 6 months later, uh, and our philosophies kind of are very similar. So yeah, you know, another part of me is thinking maybe I should just rent the house and try and go forward with what I have currently. It's it's a really tricky kind of, where do I go? What's the future like? What do I want for my future? Do I fear? Um, what fears do I have for the future? The only fear I really have is uh, I feel like I'm in some ways living my fears. Uh, I really feel held back by my dogs, because my dogs really were the big part in making the decision in buying this house. Had I not had any dogs, why would I have bought the house? I could have easily, found a room or whatever. Uh, I know how to get by. I have no problems with toughing it out. Um, and yeah, so So that's that. I said what I have to say, I guess. We're in some interesting times here. February 18th, the Friday, too, there was this grand Earth trine. I had mentioned that in a post. I didn't mention it in this video, however. Um, yeah, the moon in Virgo, the moon um, reflecting on the details, some emotional details, intuitive details here. Um, where is the node? 26. So yeah, this would have been more affecting Pluto. So these emotional, intuitive, the details about the decay of our society, and the node really pointing to the change in our values that is taking place. So it's nice. It's in Earth. These all favor Venus. Um, well, Venus, anyhow, with Taurus. But Mars, nothing's in Chiron. Our wounds. Our wounds are in Aries. So Mars is representing our wounds when Venus is representing the change that we in our values that is going on here. Anyways, I'm just kind of mumbling. I don't even whatever. This video is me just feeling like I should do a video, and um, you know, I'm supposed to be at work right now, kind of. Yesterday the forecast was it was going to snow all day. However, it's not even snowing yet. I got a call saying, "Yeah, come in later because it's not snowing. There's nothing to do yet." And so, I don't like working 12-hour shifts, but I was in some ways kind of hoping for that 12-hour shift today just because it is time and a half. I'd be getting paid, just under $40 an hour, possibly. About $35 an hour. Um, and I could use that because I don't want to work this summer. I want to get out of here. I want to be free. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm getting laid off. Even though I applied for a seasonal position, um, the company, I think, has plans on just trying to put me into another position, even though that's not the job that I signed up for. You know, um, everything changes, the hours, the uh, place of work, all kinds of stuff, the job itself. So I don't really agree with that. I have a lot on my plate to consider, and it is what it is. But yeah, this is my video. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna start getting ready for going to work, I think, because it's supposed to start snowing soon enough. I think still a couple hours. Um, yeah. All right. Thanks for watching. Cheers.